Hello, guys. This is your boy Clavers Gaming, and we are here to do the last part of Chapter 5. Which I changed the name. I changed it to When Things Don't Go According to Plan. This is just the marker here. Let's go. As I turned, I felt a considerable amount of presence in my area. Then I asked them, "Tell your friends to find the parasite, not my." Okay. I know they are here. What? Let's see here. As I began to walk away to check the gym building spraying materials I used to make armor, I heard, "Freeze, human," in a deep, loud voice. "Do it before I bust your brains out." Okay, now that was definitely a combatant speaking. To try and attain, I energized my eye, turned around and said, What is it you want?" It was an officer. Let's see. I, I bet. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. A lot of these errors come from the autocorrect. "I bet you are the one who leads the troops here." "Beg your pardon, but I am the one in charge. I am one in charge with now. Now, I have to do that. Our leader is away with another division of troops. So identify your affiliation, or I'll have to presume you're Spironian. But first, identify yourself, human." "This is getting nowhere. Sorry to this, but answer me first." I manifested another blade and held it, and held it our. What? Stupid autocorrect. God dang it. I keep on forgetting to read right before I put on camera. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see, and held it out in front. In front. It was long enough to where the blade almost touched his neck. He immediately responded, "No way! How were you not detected by our defenses?" "I guess you know now." "Sorry, this is my territory. I demand your affiliation." "I'd rather not get things ugly." Fine, you win. I'm Creto of the RRS Retrieval Division. So you're a rebel. Get your troops and the rest of your forces and reclaim the state's capital with me. The alliance has begun. Wait, who are you? You sound familiar. Can't you tell, you old coot? Remember the princess? By golly, Sim Robinson. We'd expect you to be at your last coordinates. I better tell the commander, quick. We've no time for that. Ismir has said the main fleet's in orbit. Tell them the target's at main recon station. I know the commander by name. I'm sure I know what she ordered to order the fleet. Oh my, the tales are true. Oh, okay, my radio, here it is. I took out the receiver. Over here's a poem, guys. Okay, let me try and read it. No response from feedback. Testing, 1, 2, 3. No response still. Am I free? Will you stop making quadrating poetry, Dizendro? We have a battle going. It was Maria. I actually made a Shadow the Hedgehog joke in this chapter. Just saying. Well, if it isn't Hadrian's friend, who is that? Is that you, Godric? Godric Gryffindor? Also, I'm a Harry Potter fan. Just to let you guys know. Okay, whoever is, stop making namesake jokes. I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. Remember me and Maria. Who the hell are you? Hello, it's me coming from the other side. I'm sorry. That song is like one of the more annoying songs, so I decided to use it for comedic effect. No, it's just a joke, alright? Little joke. Darn it, that's an overused song. kind of like Overwatch vines. I have to say, Overwatch vines really are kind of overused. Because I find none of them funny no matter what. I find no Overwatch vines funny. Don't I like your humor? Not be proud of Homer. Not be proud, Homer. That was a Simpsons joke. Because Doe is actually one of Homer's sayings. Okay, seriously though, who are you and why are you using Base Team Beta's radio? It's me, your friend's modeled half. Damn you! I am like Snow in its comparison of you two. Got it memorized? Yes, said Maxwell Robinson. I get it. Now, I don't know if I said this in a previous part, but I actually might make his middle name Axel. Sam's middle name Axel. I don't know. But this is a Kingdom Hearts joke. I'm just using it fair and square as a little joke. You know. All right. Tell the chief to get over here. Tell the chief. Okay, that's a Halo joke. But also, like, tell the leader to get over here. The Covenant dropped a bomb. You're sued, man, but thanks for turning up out of the search zone. My pleasure. Lightning speed like Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, I just put a little sexual joke since, yeah, you never know. Plus, me and Superlaw were making all sorts of those jokes while streaming today and yesterday. Think I just had a nerd period. I want to say orgasm, but I thought that would be like, nah. Tell me of it neuroscientifically. Because of the endomorphins, the brain's reward system, is explained in neuroscience. Tell me after the beep, which is your salutation to the commander. Because you know what the lady's like. Okay, that's. I was just quoting Sergeant Johnson, Avery Johnson from Halo. I certainly do, Landon, but I'm about dead now. Maria said. We both left the same time. No, the joke here is that Landon's name of the UNSC's Infinity's AI. I think. I forgot the name of the. I think his name was Landon. In Halo 5, Landon, I think that was his name, but he's the AI of the UNSC Infinity. Okay. Also, he's small. Also, from what I know when I see him, he's supposed to look like a World War II pilot, and also I think it was supposed to be based off a Tuskegee Airman, because he looks black. No offense, okay? No offense. Also. And when I said, but I'm dead now, because Sergeant Johnson's dead in Halo 3, and since we're talking about Landon from Halo 5, Johnson is dead. So, you get the joke? Alright, well, if you guys don't get it, I don't really expect you guys to get too much on jokes unless you're up to par, and how I think, at least. The radio's stacked out. Finally, our search is over. Hey man, look, it's the Arbiter without his skin dots with him. But LT, isn't Khmer Shoshone War at one of them? Shoot, you're right, Kratos said. Oh, that looks like you bet to death. What? Oh, sorry, bled. Sorry about that. God dang it, autocorrect. Have to work without my authority. Well, just had a parasite trying to infect me, so of course I'm a bit holy. Because he had to impale himself earlier. And that's actually a joke that Weasley made from Harry Potter in the Deathly Hallows movie. Because he almost took a killer curse to the ear. Oh, everybody laughed, and the L2 who I just saw enter and snarled. Guess it was not impressed. Well then, rest here. Rest. Well then, rest. Here's a med pack. What's your blood type? O positive, 007, I said to answer. Very funny, but I got an RI. AU is what gold is on the periodic table. Let's explain that one. 64 times the size of your stomach, I said to make a joke. Just get it? Golden Eye 16407. You see how I fit that one there? Darn, Nintendo's gonna get me. With a DMCA claim. Man, I'm starting to think this is like copyright school now. Is that bad? And please, please, Nintendo, and people I reference for the projects in this novel chapter, please don't like sue me, please, for this. Okay, just going on fond memory. The LT finally got tired of our jokes. Shut up, maggots! My man trying to sleep. Let's see. And we don't go insane. Or so we don't go insane. Let's see. Just saying. Field Commander Kratos, I don't know how many times I've heard your platoon make such racket. Let's see. I was just told by a civilian that an arbiter was here. If so, where is he? And we need him on the Tyronius. Let's see. Really? No, I'm changing the name from Tyronius to Typhronius. Actually, you know what? Maybe the ship has two names. The Minecraft creation of the ship I'm speaking of is actually a progress. I just recorded the video of my progress on it. I'm building the recreation of the Typhronius. Let's see, on the total time. And the great mind at the Lunaria Alpha colony is planning something and it's not good. I'm just here getting passionate about battle, I said. I thought you'd be taller. The commander should be at the radio to breathe. She wants Sam to be alone in the room at all times until further orders. When it's settled. Okay, all men in my platoon, clear this part of the station. Since Sam started a parasite, make sure that he's not hurt in any shape or fashion. Is that clear? Sir, yes, sir. We'll hold the honor of our people, the RS soldiers said as they cleared the room. The commanding officers checked with stragglers, then they left as well. I went over to the radio, not realizing I had an IV tube in me. I realized then to minimize damage. Let's see, damage. What damage? Damage. Hit an iron slab with energy. Moved it. It's under the radio enough to move it closer to me. Took the radio with my left hand. Used the iron slab to punch the table close to the deployable bed that I was about to set up or be patched up in. Sat back down, took the receiver from the radio. This is Sam. Commodore Shonowari, are you there? Finally, what took you so long? I just had to set up more anti-IV pullout setup. You feel me? Okay, this next quote is a bit of a sexual joke, as well as it's double entendre. It goes both ways. Well, I want you to film me. Double entendre. I don't know how to like spell it, so I'm just doing the best I can. I also used the word to make a cold joke to a friend of mine who, you could say had a cold sounding name. Well, on to business. I was able to reestablish an alliance with your father and his reserve troops. However, with the rest of let's see what. Hold on. Was that already this way, or? I have a feeling where I already read through this. That was probably because I was just grammatically correcting this. What time is it? All right. Well, looks like I might want to like put the video in 15 minutes. Well, guess we'll have to delay this by another part. Let's see. Only truth's been established, so I'm right. So I am right. Really? God dang it, autocorrect. Crack's being a bit of a douchebag here. Hold on, let me go in and edit it for more grammatical purposes. I am in need of your extraction. When we head to the moon, so I'm in need of extraction. When we head to the moon. That didn't sound right. Basically saying she needs him before they head to the moon. Basically saying, sorry, but now sit tight. I'm sending reinforcements. Let it be quick. My head then began to hurt again. Darn it! Another signal. Oh my! Looks like it's activated. What activated? So you do not know. So you do not know? You ever see a strange box made of Grozide infested metal? Infested metal? I think that was supposed to be infused. Stupid autocorrect. You mean you've been sending those things? I thought your father told you. Apparently not. What's in those boxes? Pieces of armor that Patronus claimed arbiters wore at one period of time. What's an arbiter? I'm always hearing the soldiers here speak and joke of it. I'll fill you in after you fill me on the time we missed with each other. Well, time certainly flies. Yes, well, yes, rather. By the way, your father said hello. I see. Well, tell him I said hello back. I then heard the sound of a troop carrier fly close. Well, here are the reinforcements. Wait, none of those are my reinforcements. They're not even deployed yet. Well, then they stragglers. I made sure to have no stragglers. They are not sending the right codes. Presume they're CCS. Be wary. I will, I said. Good luck. Okay, to you too now. I put the receiver away, check my blood to make sure I can take the IV out and immobilize. I look at the IV. It was empty. I checked the monitors and my blood is at 50% capacity. Guess that means I have to be slow. I picked up one of the Magdu Ignots lying around. It manifested energy into a top-shaped object and inserted into the battery port of the weapon. It fell in, and the weapon took the energy. The weapon then brightened brandily. I tested it on a nearby wall, and it fired plasma projectiles. Bingos! Got shots now! I immediately ran for the door that separated the room from the rest of the soldiers. Darn it, all correct. I opened the door to see a Spironian who looks like they're CCS affiliated. It said in a deep masculine voice, "The Arbiter! He's here! Get him!" he yelled. To act fast, I grabbed him by his neck, lifted him, and walked over to a wall on the other side of the room, held him against the wall, and incapacitated with my fist. It caused him to bleed from his mouth. His blood was purple. Why, Arbiter? I punched him in the face. Who are you? Never seen your face here before. And your affiliation. Darn, you can punch. I am CCS Kosen Bryony. Why are you guys here on Earth? You invading? Tough time. The parasites have more of a chance here. I see. Well, we happen to be resting from a combat with a space fleet. Fleet's destroyed. He coughs out more blood. Man, you punched like you wanted to kill. Just skirmished with Parasite, I think, half-hour ago. Almost lost all my blood. No wonder I saw human blood trails lead to this door. The RS personnel. RS personnel here. The RS personnel here. Where'd they go? Oh, the rebels? They really here? I thought that was just me. Probably out to defend against the parasite. We arrived after they went off to defend. The pilot thought they were human soldiers or survivors. So, should I trust you? By heart, kill me if the truth was skidded. That did not answer it. Should I trust you? Any man would want trust. You know a KVP? Yes, it was a popular author among us. Granted, he was human and also an arbiter. Okay, this is Spironian, so I'm trying my best to speak a different language other than English. Congressman Brian Lee, Negasu! A nearby 6S soldier said, and it translates to, Congressman Brian Lee, are you okay? Because he was yelling it too, just saying. That's why I put that together, but oh, Kirk just wants to, turn it to one of those. Tusu Arbiter Fantasy, Brian Lee said in an exhausted voice. It translates to, I okay, Arbiter's next to me. Let's see, Su Anatai Gono, let's see, Su Anatai no go Brian Hi English waiter. Sorry. It's been a while since I was practicing about it. I thought I was streaming a lot today. He wanted to try and speak English, and he said, Arbiter, you understand me? Simba! It's grrr! Brian Lee said as he caught out more blood. If you want to know, that's just to translate to. That is this last two words here is it hurts. Otherwise, this is just a Spironian cuss word. Darn Arbiter, you know how to rain pain on your enemy. Glad I was not on the end of one energize. I probably would have got crippled. Hey, Shiro fights Cindy Status on our team's progress was set in defenses. I came down to tell you about it when I heard your scream, Arbiter. He then said to me, Whoa, Arbiter, sir! He almost screamed as he bowed. I guess he finally got the note I was here. It's okay. No need to bow. What's the progress? I said. We have anti-parasite turrets set and armories placed and open. What about the anti-air cannons? The parasite can still bombard on us, Briley said. Almost set up. Okay then. Help me up. The Arbiter ambushed me and incapacitated me for interrogation. I told you not to go there, Cindy Haru said as he got him up. Sorry about that. We meant to tell you without confrontation. Bet the captain's gonna be mad that we made contact with the Great Arbiter. What Great Arbiter do you speak of? I asked. The one the parasite called the Knight of Sayedamir. That's what they called me before I ran over here. We honestly don't know why they call you that, but survivors that saw you claim that you were attacked. You confirmed our suspicions greatly. You need the source of truth and unity. You pulled unity when you went to our capital planet. Truth, however, is missing from where records pinpoint it. What's with the sword business? I said. Once in the universe, according to our Lord, there was only one race, the Sayedamirians. They traveled galaxies, spreading their seed and making new species to colonize planets. Our lords and us were results alongside you. However, they developed a trust in humanity, so they interbred with humanity. Many species, including the Trojans, envied humanity, so they declared war and committed genocide among half-breeds and most seeders from this galaxy. The surviving half-breeds entered the human population and preserved the genes from our creators. Now we know who their descendants. Who are their descendants? The one who will rally the rest. You, Great Arbiter, will unite them all. I really do not believe this chosen one stuff. I only want peace. True, but what do the people have to say? Never thought of. Oh, I almost got. I actually lost track there. Hold on. Um. Well, better think it. Give me a reason. I could take responsibility as Great Arbiter. Look at the time. We have to meet our rebellious brothers, Kratos said as he ran for the door. Tell his men to head to the defense line. Gotta go. Scapegoat raised, alien, I said. I'm not coming along. I'm coming along. Not getting bored today. I chased Kratos and his men, uh, Kratos, his men, and Briley alongside his men to the fence line about a mile away. Along the way, I checked my blood meter. Only 75%. Better than 50, I guess. I tucked out my modulo Ignat. Ignat is Spironian for gun, if you guys want to know. And that's just modulus. Time. Okay, I had to make sure it was on plasma. I made some energy manifest in my hand and poured it into the battery port. Need more energy so I won't have to reload as much. I find some cover as I look for enemies to shoot. I hear a laser fire close by alongside some firearm discharge. Is it me or did Earth forces get deployed here too? I get closer to where, get closer to where it was. Took some cover, checked for any snipers or parasite stealth types before I proceeded. Make sure I don't get ambushed. I am most likely to get spotted if I'm exposed to the school building, so I try to hide exposed to the more aggressive side of the cover. I think I got about 100 meters from the combat before I identified the combatants. A mix of parasites, parasite, human, and Spironian were at it. I noticed then that the fight between human and the human and Spironians stopped. Really? Jeez. God dang it, autocorrect. Just hate it. I really freaking hate it. Let's see. Basically, to summarize this, it's, basically, the fight between human and Spironians were being stopped by hunters. Hunters are basically kind of like arbiters, except they don't produce energy. They're the like they're the more common half breeds, you could say. The Petronians perfected the half breeds, and actually created some of the first arbiters. Just saying. I'd like to get that out of the way. That way I can just put it in later on. Let's see. That's the fight between human and some. Stopped. Let's see. It stopped. Hunters made peace. Actually, hunters are the natural peacemakers between humans and Spironians. Didn't know this, but the first Spironian contact with anyone from Earth was actually during an experiment that created hunters. Basically, or woke up a really dormant DNA. Hunters, why are they here? I said to myself. Or I asked him. I don't want to say I said myself. Just use that for now. Better check for anything else before I proceed. I look at the building to see if anyone's there. Nobody. Just me in that building. Well, I better proceed. I got closer to the fighting by Claudius getting closer. They were busy, so they were unlikely to notice. Just then, a human marine was knocked out of the mess and sent flying my direction. I caught he or she with my right. A parasite went out after the marine. I threw him behind me and fired my rifle that charged for my energy. I shot to pieces shortly after. Shortly after, the rest of the parasites saw me. The Allies were able to break their fights. One after another, they rushed at me. The first ones I fired at, they died, but around the fifth, they got a bit too close. I don't know, but time froze again. It seemed. I took the liberty to capitalize of it and and hack the enemy to pieces, unlike the last time. I felt pressured, so I did it quick. After they were sliced, time resumed. The Marines did not realize I moved. Arbiter, what did we tell you about that? The Sparmonian said. Nothing in particular. I told him. Got any live rounds for this? I hate when this thing overheats. Completely dodging it, huh? Well, here, I got some mags. Very useful knocking them back. They are sticky grenades. Well, I'm sure they use this more than hyper mode, I said in sarcasm. That's all I got, he said. I was thinking more like human rounds. Oh, Elite Officer Sam Robinson, I thought... So you are the arbiter they spoke of, a human marine said in a familiar tone. Oh, hey there. Oh, hey there, Wyatt. Since when did you get recruited? Just found myself surrounded. I just got lucky and unlucky at the same time. Why didn't you evacuate the other civilians? I thought it was fake, but I had no idea it was this bad. Me and a few other non-evacuees stayed here. They're in the locker room at the football field. Please don't yell at me. Okay, let's regroup. The RS defense line must be... Let's group. The RS defense line must be close to withdrawal by now. We need all the strength we can get. Move survivors to the cafeteria. I plan to have all of us extracted and some evacuate the area. Finally, you one of your fated talent of command, Arbiter, the same Spironian said. Stop calling me that. Formalities are for peacetime. Now let's move. Move out. The human and Spironian fighters in the skirmish all lined up. It said, "Sir, yes, sir." We began to march back to the cafeteria. White heads for the locker room. Then another Spironian said, this time female said, "Let's go. Wyatt has the idea." The rest follow. I refill my rifle with energy and check my blood meter again. 80%. Man, I recover quick. Wonder where I get it. Glad for it. I wait for their return. As bored as I was, I looked to the sky for peace, but alas, my efforts were... It was too cloudy to sight anything. But it was getting bright again. Ah, morning. The time of day for worlds and minds to bound themselves from a reality everyone shares. Just then, a Stelbronto and a Spironian Omen hover around slowly in the sky. Hey, down here, I got survivors! I yell. It starts to speed away, so I make some kind of run with energy and grappled on. I get dragged at the line as the line gets slack. After it sticks to the Omen. I got my ground in my with my strength and was able to pull it down. It was about 20 feet above the ground, and I was able to see who it was inside. An entity I seen take control of the turret fire at me. I forgot my own strength. When I dodged, I jumped. The line was so elastic, so without ground, I was pulled onto the aircraft to make sure I landed. I landed safely. I landed with my boots, but my inertia budged the aircraft. I landed inside the sea. It was carrying troops of both human and Spironian variation. You know I have troops to deliver, the pilot said. Who are you, anyway? To joke around. Finally, for once. Someone who doesn't know who I am. I feel happy again. Also, where are these troops going? To the Allied LZ at, I fished him. PHS. Wait, how'd you know? You're my backup, Command told me. Wait, but you're not Kratos. Where is he now? At a defense line folding a defense line holding a small front down the road. We have a horde coming, and the line can't hold out forever. I thought I saw that. See, pal, what did I say? A human marine said to Hunter, who I did not see on board. Shut it, Leonardo. Hey, pilot, drop us there. Okay, the pilot said. Tell Kratos I send my regards, and tell him I have survivors gathered in the cafeteria, I said. Wait, but why? Gotta keep my allies alive down there. Who are you? Name Sam. Well, Doodles. I jump out. Good luck, I say before I descend. As I fell, I saw the troops of survivors moving towards the rally point. I land before they spot me, and I wait for them. They arrive with about 100 more people. Okay, you ready, Sam? Wyatt asked. Okay, let's go to the defense line. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the defense. Let's go. The defense line is receiving reinforcements. Meanwhile, let's go and hunker down at the cafeteria, I told Wyatt. Okay, he acknowledged. But why not go to the defense line? That's suicidal. We have survivors, not fighters. Plus, we have strict orders from the Allied command chains to hunker down until extraction. I almost got possessed by some parasite. I had to impale myself to survive when I got here. Lost 3/4 of my blood. I'm back up to 80%, but it took a bit, even under my regenerative abilities. Okay, he said. He heeded my advice. Okay, over there, guys. Head in and hunker down for a while, he said. Man, if it was not for those hunters, we would all have died. Hey, look, the omen, it approaches, I said. Looks like we might be able to evacuate. The aircraft strays over and crashes about 100 meters away, with the Stella Bronto following it. With the Stella Bronto following it, now lands next to us. 2 human marines come out. I thought I heard my dog. Probably the AC. Oh well. Sam, we are here for evac. Come along. We have survivors. Take them first. What? But your instruction was our orders from command. I'll only come when the survivors are evacuated. I'll cover. I see parasite coming out of the wreck. Wyatt, get you and your fellow survivors evacuated now. I'll cover fire. Okay, roger that. He walks away. Okay, we need to leave now. Looks like we didn't need to hunker down. Now. Quick, onto the Stella Bronto. The one we just saw crash and parasites approach. Okay then. Here, use this turret to hold your position. Okay, I said. Pop it down there. He sets it down. So, shall we stay and help you fight? No, I'll do this alone. So if I fail, only I will die. I sight survivors leave the school building. I then open fire on the parasite using the turret. Hurry! I saw more parasites from where the defense line is. So we have more survivors. Get on quick. Even if you have to cram them like sardines in a can, we have many alive as we can. He's trying to say, I want as many people alive as we can. One by one, I fired on the parasite until they fell. By the time I killed the entire Omen's crash parasites, the defense line breakers were on to me. The Stella Bronto gathered the extra survivors. The parasites surrounded me. The Bronto lifted and began to open fire on the parasite as well. Survivors who had weapons recharged by some recharge stations opened fire as well. Good luck, I said. Go, I'll handle them. Don't care if orders are orders. Leave and don't come back. I don't want any survivors to die because of me. But sir, can it, Marine? I don't care if Reichside has to spank me, or I'll eat a chunk of coal or two for the then. Or then have survivors get infected. Go, or I'll have to make you. Sir, yes, sir. They immediately flew away. If you want to know how we was gonna make them, I actually wanted to say what hitting the Stelbrano with energy blasts, which will weaken the integrity. Just saying, guys. Man, well, it looks like I go to bed really soon. But we're one page away, so let's do it. I was finally alone. Now it's just me and you, scum. I initiate hard mode. Now I'll avenge my fallen brothers and sisters out there by slaying vile beast myself. I fell in with a large manifested a sword and dual-wielded the rifle I used. I budged through the surrounding forest and made it out of the ring. My sword in my left swung from the left to right, sliced through more than 5 parasite combat forms, and then knocking back 15 to 20 more. I switched to the grenade launcher mode on my rifle and clicked the magazine in and turned the safety off. Shot and struck the combat form in the middle of the group. I backflipped out of the skirmish and took cover in a gully. Bang! The grenade went. There was still an army, but I think about 10 fell. I shot another 4 rounds targeting the gully sides and then ducked on my back. Sure that any parasite we're lucky enough to get in the gully will meet my blade. Bang! I really don't know how to make like a ear ringing sound, so I'm just doing it right there. My ears rang. After a close explosion, bodies went flying. I opened fire with more plasma shots after I knocked back some parasite about 30 feet. I ran towards the defense line, where the defense line used to be, and fought the parasite. There I was able to get some more munitions from the ammo crates. I took control of the turret and opened more fire. I ran much faster than most combat forms. The fast one I killed if they got close with my rifle. The what seemed like forever, I was able to wear the attack down to 5. I was very tired now after having hybrid mode on for over an hour. I denationated and began fighting them as a human would. I found a group of machetes in a weapons crate and grabbed those in case. I used one to finish them off. I used my right hand to grab and my left to kill. The blink line on the weak spots, killing them fast. After I killed the last parasite, I felt almost way too exhausted to live. I fell to the ground. It hurt, but it felt better than standing up. I dragged my toes inside crates, leaned against them, and fell asleep. And that ends the chapters, guys. That ends chapter 5. I told you it was going to be a large chapter. 46 pages. See that word count? And more than 9,000 words. Granted, some of it may not even make sense. So, you see, guys? That was my chapter. So now I should start uploading these videos, including the project, my Minecraft project one. I might forget the order, so I'll have to sort through them tomorrow morning. I wouldn't be surprised if they're out of order. Good luck, Twizzles. Twizzles, good night, and see you guys on YouTube and streaming later on. After I'm done with my days.